Right, I've got something to add to my Swytch bike, and it's a throttle. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this works. It simply plugs into the so we can get some focus there. It simply plugs into the available cables that are hanging down, and it's going to go here. Now I do remember having one hell of a job, first of all getting the old grips off this and then fitting these ones, and I fitted these with eventually with WD-40, which helped them slide onto the handlebars. Now I don't know how easy this is going to be to get these off, so I'm not looking forward to that really, but anyway, it'll be interesting to see how this goes on. It's going to go hopefully about here, so we'll see. Right, that's the brake lever off. You can see where the original paint colour was yellow underneath this green, so that's off, so it gives me a bit more space. I might have to back this off maybe to give me some more room, but I'm not sure I'm going to do this. I might have to create a gap in there with a needle or something like that. I don't want to damage the handlebar too much, and I might end up squirting some WD-40 so I can at least twist it and then pull it off. But these are a very snug fit, these are. Right, I've decided to move everything away from this, so give me a fighting chance. If you're not familiar with these things, these are called P-clips, and you can get them for all sorts of different diameters. I think anything down to possibly 5mm, and they're for doing various things, but I've used them throughout the bike to attach all sorts of different things really. I've also attached a bottle opener onto the frame here with the P-clips, my lights with the P-clips, all sorts of stuff. So really useful, I've found. And they're, if you get the right ones, get stainless steel ones, very versatile. And I've put it through the grip. I don't want to push it too far. I don't want to get it to go through the grip because it's just rubber. I don't want to damage the handlebars. I'm being quite careful here, maybe too careful, but I'm going to spray some WD-40 in here. And what it'll do is it'll find its way all the way down. I know for a fact that WD-40 is very good for freeing things up and getting you out of situations sometimes, so we'll see if this works. I think I'll work my way around with the screwdriver at different points and then put a bit more in, and hopefully it seep through. We'll see how it works anyway. Okay, but it's obviously as tricky as I thought it was going to be. Why wouldn't it be? So I've been going around with that screwdriver, and at different points I've been putting in a very small Allen key, and it's given me enough gap to spray some WD-40 down it, and I'm going to hope that it's seeping down the majority of the grip anyway, and we'll see how that works anyway. Right, okay, wow, yes, it worked, fantastic. I've just got these on to get a bit more grip. You can see the original colour of the bike. Half of the bike was black, half of it was this kind of it's coming out more of a lemony yellow on this, but it's more of slightly more of an orange yellow in real life. But it scratched some paint off, but that's all going to be under the grip anyway, so I'm very pleased, very pleased. As you can see by the marks on here, the grips came to here, and this is where the brake lever clamps were. So I'm going to put this, hold on, I'm just going to have to if that's where the grip comes, I'm just going to have to arch over the clamp for the brake lever, just, I don't know, about 5mm or something. This will then fit in nicely in between the grip and the brake clamp, so that'll be good. It's a very good fit on the handlebars. Very good. Don't forget to put this extra piece on. I don't exactly know what this piece does, but it just it fills in the gap. I don't quite know why, but I don't know. But anyway, I'll position this and then I'll put the grip on. Right, I think I might have been trying to do something that this ring wasn't intended for. I think the ring doesn't need to go in any further than that. I've been trying to get it over the 3 lugs, but I just can't get it to go over the 3 lugs, and I don't think it needs to. I think the reason for this ring is to keep the end of the grip away from this, because if you've got the grip pressing against this, you're going to get in the way. You're going to stop this throttle pivoting. So I think it's a spacer. I'm going to put the grip on and have a look anyway. Well, the grip went on 10 times easier than I thought it was going to be. It just slipped straight on. I squirted plenty of WD-40 inside and it slipped straight on. It's probably because I've just taken it off and it's a bit looser. But I think when the WD-40 evaporates eventually, it'll grip back onto the bars again. So this is what I'm talking about with the spacer. I think it keeps the end of the grip away from this, which needs to pivot obviously to operate the throttle. So I think it's supposed to be like that. I don't think it's supposed to be in any further than that. So that's my thinking anyway. So what I'll do is I'll position this in the right position for my thumb, and I'll put the brakes on as well, the brake lever. Right, that's the brake lever on. Now what's going to determine the position of this with regards to the rotation is the actual brake lever itself. I can't go down here too far, otherwise I hit the brake lever, which I don't want to do. And I don't want it too far round so that my thumb ends up down here somewhere. So I'm going to position it possibly I think what I'll do is I'll just back it off from that position there. Also, of course, I need a very slight gap between the, you can't really see here, but a very slight gap between the where's my finger? There you see the gap there between the bracket for the actual clamp for the brake lever and the side of the throttle. So that's quite a good position, I think. I'll get back to you on that. That's a lot better. I don't know what I was thinking the other way around. I was being stupid there. As usual, I was just overthinking everything. Of course it should run underneath the brake lever, just to make it look cleaner. Of course it should. So I think it's up to you really where you decide to have this ultimately, because there's quite a bit of travel on this. You don't want this too low down so that your hand ends up going under here at full throttle, but you don't want it too high up so that you've it's not very natural feeling. So I've kind of gone for a midway. I can always move it around a little bit, but it kind of does determine where you rotate your lever, unless of course you have your brake lever on the right hand side of this against the grip. But I've gone for these quite long levers, these are more retro looking levers that I quite wanted to go with the bike. So if these were short levers, I could quite easily have this on the other side, and I could rotate them wherever I wanted, but I wanted them in between the grip and the brake clamp, so that's the way I've gone for it. Right, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but these are the cables that hang down. This is your power cable going to the front wheel, and the next one along, or rather the one slightly in front of that, I believe is your throttle cable, orange to orange. What I've done with the other cable that's hanging down, or the other cables that are hanging down, these are for the brake sensors. If you opted for the front and rear brake sensors, which cut the power off when you apply the brakes, which I didn't bother with, I've used that self-amalgamating tape just to wrap around it and then pinch the ends so that you don't get any debris or anything inside here. So I've just blanked them off really, and you can easily pull this off for if you're going to fit something in the future, but I just thought it might be worthwhile doing something like that just to stop any water getting in or anything. So yeah, that's a little side note there. Right, that was a very satisfying snap to the connector, so that's gone together there. I've routed it just behind the brake cable there just to keep it inside. Yeah, I'm pleased with that because it fits along the lines of that side as well. Obviously I'll fit the headlight in a minute, but it does look quite balanced with those long levers on. You see, if I decided to have the lever on that side between the grip and the throttle, this would be sticking out here somewhere, so I'm happy with the way it is, and I'll put the other light on now. Right, finally, took me a while to get the lights to line up properly, get a balanced look, but I think I've achieved it. You can't really. I'm trying to space them out so that you can't really notice that this has got a lot more going on it than this side has. But that looks okay. The levers are positioned correctly, as close as I can get to each other. Lights are pointing in the right direction. I'm very pleased with that. So, mind you, I haven't tried it yet. So I'll put the battery on and I'll see if it actually works. Right, let's see a power pack on. We'll power up. And I think what I'll do is I'll put the pedal assist down to the lowest setting. Now in theory, I've just got to tilt the bike back now so that I can take the front wheel off the ground, and then I'll use the throttle and we'll see what happens. Okay, front wheel off the ground. Brilliant. Now, as far as I'm aware, depending on the level of assist you have, depends on how fast this will go with the throttle. Also, I assume it depends on what power level you've got. Now, mine's set at I've set the power pack at 60%, which is the lowest percentage you can set the power pack to, and I found that great with this. It's a single speed. I found it fine for me. You know, not going up ridiculous hills or anything, but just a nice leisurely ride. And I found it even good with the lowest setting on that. So that's really good. Yeah, it really was very easy to fit, and I could have fitted it. I think basically, I think I could have taken an hour off that, I think, if I wasn't messing about so much. But I just wanted to do a nice job, and I wanted to not damage the paintwork or anything. So yeah, brilliant. I'll take it out for riding a bit.